Okay, we are doing chapter 10, section 1. Should be a nice short section for you. Okay, so you need to understand that a lot of money is spent, and when we add up the federal government, our state, California, county of San Diego, as well as the cities that go underneath them, we're spending about $3 trillion of taxpayer money per year. So that's a lot of money per person. It's about $10,000, and that number is going up. And the Depression, if we look at government spending, right around the Depression, you studied this in U.S. history, our government changed its strategy to be more active. And so deficit spending became an important method of spurring growth in the economy. The idea being that if the government spends more money's flowing in the system, that creates more jobs equals more businesses, and so on, and growth. So it becomes sort of like you're priming the pump, so to speak. But since then, we've come to depend and demand those services, and we don't really want to pay for that, And sometimes when we're looking at a product, something of value, there's really not a dollar figure to it. So there should be a cost-benefit analysis. But one of the difficulties of doing a cost-benefit analysis is some things that we spend money on don't make us money. We just do it because it's the right thing, or it's something we enjoy, like a park or a school or whatever. Okay, so there are two chunks of the economy. There's the public sector, there's the private sector. Might even add that there is a nonprofit sector, but they're often lumped into the private sector. But the public sector is government, so we're a public school, and so we're funded by the government. Most of our money comes from the state of California, but we get a pretty good chunk of our money from the federal government. And the government does produce some of its own stuff, but a lot of what our government uses is from businesses, and businesses will often use the word contractor. Businesses will provide those products or services for the government. Okay, so if we look at where our government is spending money on, number one, it's either on goods or products and services, things that government needs, or wants, and then money to people. So again, Social Security, welfare. That's money. Again, Social Security is retirement money, and welfare, people that are out of work, things like that. Foreign aid is direct assistance to another country. So when we take our money and we hand it to the government, we have to understand that resources are being shifted. We're taking resources that might be spent in one area and we're shifting it to another. So farm subsidies are a way to help farmers stay in business. And it actually, if we tell a farmer, hey, if you grow this particular crop, we'll give you extra money to make it worthwhile, to make it worth your business to do this. And so without that money, that person might be producing something else. Okay. So again, as you just got to understand, our government is a big part of the economy. So as the government makes changes, whether it be expanding spending or cutting back spending, we build a freeway, build a road, something like that. We have to bring in workers to do all that. And then sometimes those workers go away when those things go away. So, closing a military base, obviously we're shifting workers. But then you got to understand there's a lot of businesses that connect to that. So, this is one of those things where when you're shifting money, and this is the second bullet, when you're shifting money from the wealthy to the poor, you're changing the distribution of income. Okay. And that is section 1.